protecting Main Street from Wall Street. It's Chris Hoffman with Money Unleashed.
How much money do you put into your checking account from work on a month-to-month basis? It has a high probability that with your investable assets, we can replace that paycheck.
It's time to put you back in control of your money.
You've worked for 30, 35 years. It's time for you to not stress. It's time for you to enjoy and live the retirement you want to live.
It's Money Unleashed with Chris Hoffman.
Welcome into Money Unleashed with Chris Hoffman of the Hofman Financial Group. We appreciate you checking out the podcast. As always, make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts and catch Money Unleashed on 95.5 WSB in Atlanta from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. each and every Sunday. Now, the Transamerica Center for Retirement Studies unveiled some research that got my attention, Chris. It's part of their 25th annual retirement survey where they examined the retirement prospects of the workforce, which included things like personal finances, retirement expectations, how they're saving, planning, and preparing for the future. All the good stuff we like to talk about here on the show.
That's right.
Responses, though, were troubling for a great majority of the 10,000 adults who took part in this survey. I want to dive into some of these and discuss the actions that people could take to improve their overall financial well-being, if not their mindset when it comes to retirement anyway. Here's the first one. 7 in 10 respondents believe that they could work and work and work until they finally call it a career, but still not save enough money to meet their needs. And like I said, that's a troubling response. Nobody wants to be in that position.
Yeah, so that strikes me as they're going to work every single day with a knot in their stomach to just put food on the table and live under this higher inflation environment, and they're worried about the stock market, and they're just barely keeping their head above water. And this tells me that even if they work until retirement, they won't have enough money. That means you can't retire. There is no retirement date then.
Right.
And that's got to be tough, folks. I mean, so one of the things I think everybody listening should focus on is pick a retirement date. If you're in a traditional job and it's not your passion and you don't own the company, pick a retirement date. Do you want to retire at 62? Do you want to retire at 65? Whatever the number is, pick that date, meet with us, and let's go get it. Let us open up every opportunity for you, and we will break it down to the bare bones: income planning, tax strategies, protection rotation, beating benchmarks and growth. We will map it out, but give us a target to hit. My expectation is if you came in and we broke all of that down and created a financial plan around it, you will leave here with the boulders off of your shoulder. You'll be much lighter, much, I believe, happier and stress-free going back to work because you will have a target to shoot for. Now, for those of you that do not have $1 million portfolio, it's okay. Your number is your number. We've got to make it work for you. And I think that's a flaw inside of traditional Wall Street's money management approach, especially with the big box firms. They are the first ones to say, well, you know, you've only got $750,000 or 1.5, and here's a Schwab study that said you have to have 1.9 million, or here's a Fidelity study that said you need to have 1.5 million. They're asking the wrong question. They're focused on the wrong number. It's all about income and the safety of that income and the taxation of that income on you. So do not discount what you've built and what you have saved. It's extremely important for you. If you feel like there's no end to it for you in retirement and that everything is way too expensive, begin the process, begin the conversation with us, because we'll break it down. We'll break it down into every category, including something that I think folks are concerned about, which is later stage of life expenses, long-term care, home care. What do I do with Social Security? Do I trigger it early? Do I hold it to full retirement age? Do I defer it until 70? If I defer it to get those increases, what am I going to use in retirement for income? But if you don't set a target age that you want to retire, you're floating around in the ocean. And I would imagine it's scary, it's unsettling, and it's not a happy way to go to work. So, and I've told this story, and it's not just for one of our clients, it's for many, many of our clients. When we put together that full financial plan, and they set a target retirement date, and we show them plan after plan after plan, and they finally go, that's the one. We can do that. When you leave my inclination and my experience with my current clients is that you go back to work with a totally different attitude.
Yeah.
You're not feeling like I have to do this. You're saying to yourself, I want to do this. I have a finish line. I can make it to 62 and then retire, or whatever your date is, 65, 67, whatever you want to hang up the cleats. But you go back to work with a lighter attitude and you're focused on getting to the retirement finish line. That's a lot different than just staring at your portfolio and saying, oh, I only have $400,000. I can't retire. How do you know? How do you know you can't retire? Have we tested it? Have we set targets for how much growth we need to add over the next 3 years, 5 years, 7 years of work? And have we added in your contributions to your 401k and your company's match to your 401k? Have we decided whether we do Roth 401k or pre-tax IRA 401k? All of that stuff gets me excited because it starts to give you hope and it starts to focus you on things that you're earning and being rewarded for. Where, man, if you work for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, and there's no finish line, that's a very empty work environment from my perspective. So call us. Call us at 404-341-6767. Begin the process. We will check the boxes along the way. If any of them can't be checked, of course we're going to be upfront about it and let you know, hey, this is an area of exposure here. How do we tighten it up over the next 2 years, 5 years, 7 years, whatever the time frame is? But begin the process, especially if you fit this category where you feel like I may have to work, I guess, forever because there is no retirement date. Yeah. That's a lot of burden to carry. I think, and I would hope, we can lift some of that burden for you. So give us a call, ask for the Portfolio X-Ray, or go online to unleashyourmoney.com and click the Portfolio or 401k X-Ray button, and that'll get you started. It's a simple step process. Start with a Portfolio X-Ray where we look at your entire financial life, expose everything in there, good and bad, and then we go through an income planning process with tax strategies, and then we put it into an entire financial plan year over year, mapping it out from today's age through age 100. Those three things in steps can, I believe, give you some assurance that you actually can retire. Take us up on that challenge. Call us at 404-341-6767. We'd be happy to get you started.
Now, here's another finding from this survey that shouldn't surprise anyone who has listened to Money Unleashed before, or I would say in the future as well. That's not a prediction. That is a spoiler. The changes to retirement and the rise of the 401k account, the decline of pensions, that's something we've talked about an awful lot. The same survey revealed that 8 in 10 workers feel their generation will have a much harder time achieving financial security compared to their parents' generation. I think that's not only a common, but a very valid concern, is it not?
For sure. And I think we've messed it up in the 80s by pushing 401ks out there and basically letting companies do away with pensions. My grandfather didn't sweat.
Yeah.
He knew what his retirement date was going to be. He knew what he was getting his pension. He knew exactly what it was going to be. He knew what him and my grandmother's Social Security was going to be, and they lived off of that. And my parents did the same thing. My dad's 86 years old. So it wasn't that long ago where you could retire and you could generate income to live off of, and your investable assets were the cherry on top. They were the reward. When the market was up, you had extra money to spend, you had extra vacations to go on, or you could spend more on your hobbies, buy a new set of golf clubs, whatever you wanted to do. But in today's world, the stock market is dictating if and when and how you retire. The question is, if the market has gone up over the past 5 years, over the past 10 years, and you've doubled or tripled your money, then you feel like maybe you can retire. What if the market's down? Does anybody feel like they could have retired in 2008, 2009, 2010? If you were tied to the stock market and didn't have a pension, you were struggling.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of Great Recession retirees went back to work, and that is no fun. We do not want that at Hofman Financial Group, because once you hang up your cleats, it's time for you to live your best life in retirement. So start to map it out. Build a 401k X-ray or a portfolio X-ray so you know what you have. put it in an income plan or develop an income plan with tax strategies, and then wrap it all into a holistic, full financial plan for the next 30, 40 years. That should give you the roadmap to retire and not sweat the stock market. I mean, you can have stocks. We're going to keep you in stocks, but we're not going to be victimized by them if they go down. So that's my recommendation to everybody out there who's wondering, can I retire and I don't have a pension and I'm not sure that Social Security is going to do it for me? Come to us. We will build it, show it to you in writing, then just sit on it for a little while. Assess it, see how you feel about it. We can tweak it. And then once you're ready to finalize that plan, we'd be happy to manage you into retirement and all the way through retirement for the next 30 years.
That Portfolio X-Ray is a complimentary service. There's no cost whatsoever to get one of those. 404-341-6767 or sign up online at unleashyourmoney.com as well. Now, you brought it up, and we always try to touch on Social Security because it is one of those guaranteed income streams for retirement. But there are some out there who are worried that they won't be receiving those benefits in the future. A whopping 72% of the respondents in this Transamerica survey are concerned that Social Security will not be there for them when they are ready to retire.
Well, that's a very high number. 72% of people believe that Social Security is not going to be there. I can tell you, and I don't have a crystal ball, and there's no assurance of what I'm about to say, but I think it is highly, highly unlikely that Social Security goes away altogether. I think possibly they'll play some financial engineering around it like they did with the Secure Act, and they'll give here and take there on Social Security. There may be a gap. They may lower your Social Security payment, or they may move the full retirement age up more to offset that expense for the government. But those are minor things we can adjust around. It going away, I wouldn't put my head on the pillow at night and worry about that. There's a lot of things to worry about in this world, and I don't think Social Security going away completely should be on that list.
Yeah, there are plenty of things to worry about. As an example, I mean, we just passed the 5-year anniversary of the COVID shutdown, and 56% of those surveyed shared that they are still financially recovering from the pandemic and its aftermath. And then there's 43% of folks out there who are concerned that artificial intelligence is going to replace them in the future. So to your point, there's a lot we can worry about, but taking steps to put that comprehensive financial plan in place, that is one clear way to take action.
You just hit me with a bunch of statistics.
I did.
And one of them that is burning a hole in me is COVID is 5 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Further and further back in the rearview mirror, thankfully.
Yeah, but if people are still recovering from that, if that doesn't scream to you that you need to have a good, solid financial advisory team assessing your portfolio and giving you things in writing, I don't know what more evidence we need to provide. And we provide it when we call it complimentary. That's free.
Yeah.
You can come in, meet with us, get these reports for free. You can take them with you. You can give them to another financial advisor if you want. Please take action. We can't put the phone in your hand and have you call us. We can't make you go online to click the buttons. But when you're ready to, I can assure you it's a very simple, non-threatening, educational process, and you do not have to be a client to get these reports. We will do them for you on a complimentary basis.
404-341-6767 is the phone number to take advantage of that. 404-341-6767, or head on over to unleashyourmoney.com. You can click on any of the buttons right there. Portfolio X-Ray, though, is a great way to get started. Chris Hoffman is an investment advisor representative of Brookstone Wealth Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor and affiliate of Brookstone Capital Management, LLC. BWA and Hofman Financial Group are affiliated under common ownership. Registered investment advisors and investment advisor representatives act as fiduciaries for all of our investment management clients. We have an obligation to act in the best interest of our clients and to make full disclosures of any conflicts of interest. Please refer to our firm brochure, the ADV 2A, page 4, for additional information. The Hofman Financial Group and WSB are not affiliated. Exposure to ideas and financial vehicles discussed should not be considered investment advice or recommendation to buy or sell any financial vehicle. confidential. This information should not be considered tax or legal advice. Individuals should consult with a professional specializing in the field of tax, legal, accounting, or investments regarding the applicability of this information for their situation. Any client experiences discussed during the show are unique to that client. They are not meant to imply or suggest you will experience the same results. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. Investments will fluctuate, and when redeemed may be worth more or less than when originally invested. Any comments regarding safe and secure products and guaranteed income streams refer only to fixed insurance products. They do not refer in any way to securities or investment advisory products. Fixed insurance and annuity product guarantees are subject to the claims-paying ability of the issuing company and are not offered by Brookstone. Index or fixed annuities are not designed for short-term investments and may be subject to caps, restrictions, fees, and surrender charges as described in the annuity contract. Please refer to our firm brochure, the ADV2A Item 4, for additional information. Hofman Financial Group is not affiliated with or endorsed by the Social Security Administration or any other government agency. Insurance licensed in Georgia, number 163546.